welcome to my very first YouTube video. No. Hi, welcome to my very first YouTube video. My name is Enrique and welcome. I'm very excited to be here to talk to you guys and I hope you're gonna like it. I am a Dutch girl. I am from the Netherlands and I am going to take a trip for 2 months all by myself starting September, and right now it's August 19th. And yeah, this video is just kind of me explaining what I'm gonna be doing and what I want to be doing at least. And yeah, I'll tell a little bit about myself. I am Enrique. I am from Holland. I know people are gonna ask like, why don't you film in Dutch? One, I don't like the language. I don't really like it. And two, I really want to reach a bigger audience. I want to, talk to more people because I love talking and I want to share that with the world. Even though you might not want to, but then why click on my video, right? I am 21 years old. I don't know if I said that already. I finished school 2 years ago and I plan on going to another school this year, but I decided not to go, and now we are here and we're gonna go take a solo trip interrailing. I interrailed last year as well, just really short in with my brother. This year I'm gonna go all alone and for 2 whole months instead of just 10 days like last year. I'm really excited about it and I really want to share everything with you guys. It's mainly for the memories, but I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for so long. When I was little and found YouTube out for the first time, I wasn't stopped. And well, here we are. I'm really excited about it. I do want to say that even though this video is just mainly about traveling and about my trip for 2 months, I don't want this to be a travel channel. I don't want to just talk about traveling. I mean, I'm gonna be doing that for the next 2 months because that's what my life's gonna be about, but I mainly want it to be vlogs, just, talking about what's going on, talking about what I'm doing, and taking you with me everywhere I go. The reason why I'm starting this with my trip coming up is just because I always thought like, when's the best time to start? And now I'm like, okay, well then I'm gonna be in a different country and who's gonna look at me weird just because I'm talking English to a phone, because I'm filming with my phone and it's an Android, sorry. So I thought this is the best time to start, and this is the thing that I want to remember for the rest of my life, and I feel like this is the perfect way. I mean, of course I take pictures on my trip, but this is just a little bit more special, a little bit more personal, a little bit more in depth of what I've done and how everything went. That's kind of what I want to do, and this is the start of my journey. I hope you're excited. I think we're gonna start with the real video now. The reason why I want to share this as well, like all the planning that goes into traveling. I've done a bit already, of course, but not that much. I want to film as much as possible too for you guys, because I know for me deciding to go on this trip was really stressful, and right now it's still kind of stressful because you need to do a lot, especially for 2 months, and there are people going on a trip alone for months. So 2 months is actually pretty short. For me, it's not really that short. For me, it's pretty long because I've never been away from, well, my home country for so long. So it's really new. I've never really been to that many places before as well in my life. So this is all really exciting but also stressful. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys, because I know there are people like me that want to travel but don't know how to. And I'm also gonna share my budget a lot with you guys. I have a very big budget, okay, I'm not gonna lie, but I only just did that, so I am like 99% sure that I'm not gonna cross that budget. So that's why I wanted to make a budget that's really high so that I'm not gonna be disappointed in myself, because I'm probably not gonna go over it. So my budget is 4,000 euros. I know that's a lot, and I think you can do it cheaper than me, and maybe I do choose more expensive things in the end, but my budget covers everything. So even the things that I bought now, but I'm just gonna share everything with you guys and everything that you need to know, everything that I might have like regret packing in the end or regret not taking with me. I'm gonna share everything with you guys, and I'm gonna of course be sharing all the fun with you guys, everything that I'm gonna do, all the activities, because I am gonna go to a lot of popular places. So there's a pretty big chance that you're wanting to go travel, you want to visit that place too, and then you might know some activities. I'm also gonna share all my hostel experiences. I might book a few hotels just so I can have like a good shower, you know, and just a place to myself, but I'm mainly gonna book hostels. I've never been in a hostel as well, so that is also very new to me. So this is all new to me, so that's why I'm sharing everything. So everything might be new for you when traveling, but that's why I'm filming this, so you know what to expect when you're traveling for the first time. Also, I will be traveling with Interrail. I already bought an Interrail pass. It's for 2 months, so I can travel unlimited days just for 2 months ongoing. I can travel wherever I want. You do need to be careful because I almost forgot it. I traveled with Interrail last year too, but I went with my brother. It was honestly really nice because now I know what to expect with Interrailing for a little bit at least. But I mean, alone is gonna be different anyway. But what you should be careful with is that you can only leave your country for 1 day and come back to your country for 1 day, because I am gonna try to come back here for 2 days and at the beginning of October. So on my iPad right here, I have Google Maps, and all the green spots, I hope you can see it, are the places that I want to visit. And that is a lot, way too much actually. It's way too much. I also got Turkey and Morocco in here. I'm not gonna go visit those places. I do want to still try Greece, because my first plan was to fly to Turkey and then go to Greece and then up to Croatia, all of that. But flying to Turkey is a bit expensive, and also for some reason you can go interrailing from here to Turkey. It's like a 65-hour trip, but you can't interrail from Turkey to Greece. I have no idea why exactly, but then I was like, okay, then it's just not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna start close and then go down. I am not really finished picking out all the countries and places that I want to visit. I think that's gonna take some time still. I kind of need to figure that out today though. But I'm just gonna read off the list of things. This is all in Dutch, by the way. Things that I think is everything that you need to do before going on a trip. First on my list was choosing the places and countries to go. Still haven't crossed that off my list because I keep seeing more and better places, like a lot of good places. I've talked so much about traveling with everybody that I speak to right now that my entire TikTok is travel inspired, and it's amazing. I'm getting so many tips, but sometimes a little bit too much, because now I'm also seeing so many beautiful places that I also want to visit. I'm like, okay, I have 2 months, I do not have a year. Also, when I first started making the list, I mainly went for the capitals, and I don't really want to do that because I don't want to just be in cities. I want to be around nature a lot as well. If you know me, that's probably like what, because I'm not like a city girl, but I'm not really home with nature that much. But that's because I just do not like spiders and all the bugs. I hate those. But I really want to like go for a hike, like see mountains, see waterfalls. I don't think I've ever really seen like those big, like in a mountain waterfalls. I want to do that. Okay, so that was the first thing on the list. Next thing is looking for all the travel possibilities. So for example, I kind of want to go to Romania. I don't think that's gonna be possible, but I'm still gonna look for it. Like all the other countries and places that I want to visit are not even close to Romania, at least not the part of Romania that I want to go to, because I want to go to like the east south side of Romania, like the bottom of Romania. That's where I want to go. And it's just like, I don't know if you can see, but my plan right now is to, okay, I don't know if you can see this. I don't think this is the best way to do this, but we're doing it anyway. Right now, my plan is to travel like here and then go up again. And this is where I want to go. It's not really on the way. I'm gonna check how long it is to travel there from probably Slovenia, because that's where I'm probably gonna be before going to Romania. But also, you're gonna probably wonder why not go to Hungary, because it's on the way. I went to Hungary last year and I want to go to as many new places and countries as possible. I have already been to Italy and Spain, but there are just so many more places that I want to go in those countries that I just want to visit those again. I've loved my trips there. I don't really have another place in Hungary where I want to go, where I feel like I really want to go. That's why I'm probably not gonna go to Hungary on my trip. But when choosing the countries or places that you want to go, you need to check if it is a possibility from the place that you've been first, because a lot of my travel days are 8-hour trips, and I am completely fine with that. I do not have a problem with traveling for a long period of time. But if you don't like long trips, because some of my trips are 14 hours, that's a little bit on the long side, but well, the travel days are also part of the experience. So I don't care if it's a long trip, but if you don't like long trips, definitely look into those and how long you're gonna need to be traveling to go to the next place. The next is choosing how many days you want to go to a certain place. For example, there are some places that you just know that you're gonna love, and there are a lot of things to do there, so you might want to stay a little bit longer. And other places you might want to stay a little less longer, just because there might not be that many things you want to do there, or it's not that high on your bucket list, but you just want to have been there. So for me, Barcelona is like the place that I want to go so bad, and I know there are a lot of things to do there, a lot of places I want to visit, so I'm gonna stay a little bit longer in Barcelona. But then some places like Monaco, I want to go there really bad as well, but it's just a very expensive country. It's really expensive, and I mean, it's not that big, so I don't need to stay that long, so I'm probably just gonna pass through it. So it's gonna be a day trip instead of staying there for a night. The same with Venice. I have wanted to go to Venice for so long. Venice is probably the first place that I knew of that I wanted to go to. I think it's a bit too romanticized by now, but I feel like little me wanted to go there. I don't know if I'm gonna stay there for a night or if it's gonna be a day trip as well, but I'm just not gonna stay there a long time because it's very touristy. It's just too busy most of the time. So you need to factor in those things, like, do you really want to go there? Has it been on your bucket list for a long time? How pricey is it? I want to go to Austria as well, but I know it's going to be a lot more expensive than, say, Spain. So that's just something to keep in mind if you want to stay on a budget. And if your budget is not that big, stay shorter in the expensive cities and countries, because you want a budget. You want to have been there. That's fine. That's perfect. That's possible, but don't stay there as long as some cheaper, beautiful places that you want to go to. I don't recommend like not going to the places just because it's expensive, because I know some countries are expensive, but I still want to go there. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna stay shorter and have to do a little bit more budgeting, whereas in some countries you don't really have to look out for expensive stuff. You can just live your life and don't really think about budgeting that much. Okay, that was point 3 on my list. Getting a passport. For some people this is just something you have. For me it hasn't been, because I live in Europe and I have only been to places inside of Europe before, but I'm gonna go to England, the United Kingdom, and you do need a passport for that. to travel with that, and that's why I wanted to get a passport. But for some people, you already have that. For me, it was something I needed to do. Making a list of everything I need to buy. I made a list. I can show it to you. It's not all the specifics because I also maybe bought a little bit extra things. I already ordered everything, I think, but before I'm gonna go on my trip, I'm gonna show you everything that's in my backpack. I also bought some backpacks because I need a backpack. At first I thought, let's bring a suitcase. No. Okay, so I am editing my very first video right now. So the video that you're watching right now. And I love watching this back because I had ideas, I had hopes, I had plans. You know, this didn't happen. I got that backpack. I did. I bought a really good one. I bought a cheap one. I just didn't use it because I could not fit my shit in there. So I ended up bringing way too much, which you will see in like later videos as well. But I brought like a giant suitcase, I brought a small backpack, so another one, and then like 2 handbags, like one big one and then like one small one that I would take everywhere. But yeah, it's kind of funny to see that I was like, no, I'm not gonna bring a suitcase. Like, girl, you were stressing so much about packing that it's just really funny for me to see this. But yeah, continue watching. It's just, I'm delusional a little bit. I bought 4. 2 already got delivered. 1 is definitely a no. They're all 60 liters because I just want to bring 1 backpack and then a big handbag and a small handbag. Yeah, they're all around 50 euros. I know that's really cheap. I bought them all from Amazon. Yeah, I'm gonna show you that in a different video. Then making a list of everything I need to bring with me on my trip. Haven't really made that list yet, but I'm gonna share that in another video with just all the things I end up doing. So this is just like more my plan of doing and things that you need to do, at least in my opinion. A lot of people say, okay, Interrailing, you buy an Interrail pass and then you see where you end up. I'm not like that because in my opinion, then you're gonna have to stress to plan your stay while on a trip, and I want to enjoy my trip. I want to just have pretty much everything booked, at least hostels and the travel days, so that I know what to expect and I don't really have to plan something because hostels are gonna be booked up. And I mean, I'm not gonna go in season, so it's probably gonna be a lot quieter when I'm gonna go. But I don't know, maybe in the end I'm gonna regret doing that. But for me now, I know that I stress a lot about those things, so that's why I'm not doing that, to avoid stressing on my trip. Then searching for hostels and hotels. I did install Hostel World, but I haven't reserved anything yet because I haven't picked out the places yet. But I have done some research and I've heard from a lot of people that Hostel World is really good. So that's what I'm gonna be using. Also, I know this might seem like, okay, you didn't plan anything yet. What are you talking about? But I just want to share my experience. This is more, I'm just filming everything. I want to film what I'm doing. This is what I'm thinking before like really planning my trip. But I'm just sharing everything with you guys. Okay, so next is searching for activities. I'm not gonna plan anything, but I just want to know what my possibilities are, especially for the first places that I'm gonna stay. Places that I'm gonna stay later, don't need to do that. Activities are, in my opinion, something you can do later. Really the hostels I want to have looked at for the start of my trip. On my list is also like reserving the first hostels and hotels because the one before I was searching for them. I'm gonna try to reserve everything and I am gonna check what their cancellation rules are, but I'm gonna try to book everything, but that's probably not gonna be possible. So at least the first few. For me on my list was doing some research for my YouTube channel, coming up with a name. Right now I still have not made up a name, but when you're watching this I have. So yeah, on my list is also, look, some things are really just for me and not for everybody, but I just want to share everything. On my list is doing some research for how to do my nails on my trip because I always paint my nails myself. It's gel nail polish, but I have a whole way, especially since I damaged them a couple of months ago. So I have a whole way to not make that happen anymore. Because when I remove them, I tend to just soak them in warm water and rip them off. I know that's not good, but it is okay with how I do it right now. But I just decided to get them done on my trip. I've never done that before, and then just like let them soak it off and everything so that they won't get damaged, hopefully. Then going to your local doctor to get a medication passport, a list of all your medication up to date. For me, I do have some medication that I take with me on prescription. That's why I have that. Just all the information, if needed, on a piece of paper to take with you. I have that. Some of you might not have it. I have it. Don't forget it, because you never know what's gonna happen and they might need it. Also, since I'm gonna go on a trip, if you have medicine, make sure you have enough to last you for 2 whole months, or at least how long your trip is gonna take. Because normally I just go away for a week and I don't really need to worry about that, but now 2 months, that's a long time. So for some medication doesn't even give you enough to last that time. So that's why I had to go to my local doctor and really ask them for more of the medication. But I figured it out. I actually went this morning and I figured it out, but make sure to figure that out if you need it. And then last but not least, getting travel insurance. I know not everybody has this. A big part already was in my normal insurance, but the travel insurance really just insures your baggage, the money that you have on you. If things get lost, if a train gets delayed for like an entire day, you get that money back. Just those things. A travel insurance is just for those extra things. And for me, that was really important because I'm gonna take my laptop, my iPad, my phone, probably an extra camera that I want to buy, and just those expensive things. I mean, clothing is not going to be like a big problem, but those big things, I want to be insured for that. Then what I have is a budget list. There are some things on here that I ended up deciding not to buy, like a new laptop. I was planning on buying a new one for editing my videos, but I realized I did not have enough budget for that. Well, I had some budget for it, but then I would get a crappy new laptop, and then it's better for me to just keep my now crappy laptop and just use that one and save for a better laptop later. I also wanted to buy a vlogging camera. I decided not to do that because I just did not have enough budget in me to buy a good vlogging camera. So then I would have bought a really simple, cheap one, and that's just not smart to do. So I'm just filming with my phone. I hope this is gonna be a good enough quality. I have a Samsung, so it's not iPhone quality, I know, but who cares? I hope. But I'm just gonna show you some things that are on my list. I did buy more, like I said, but that's gonna be in my packing video. A backpack. My budget was 65 because I already looked at some things on Amazon. I also budgeted really big. I just like to do that because then I know that I'm not gonna disappoint myself. That's just me personally. So backpack budget was 65 euros. It's probably not gonna be even above 60 because all the ones I ordered were below 55. Then a big extra bag, so an extra handbag. I still need to look for that. My budget was 25. I'm probably gonna go over that because I bought some on Shein or Shein. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I pronounce it Shine, but that's maybe Dutch. Let's say Shein from now on. The ones that arrived were or ugly or way too small, even though it looked really big. I would at least fit my iPad in my handbag, so I might need to get a bigger, better quality one. Then for a lot of things, I bought on Shein, but I just like those foldable toothbrushes. My budget was €3, and I already knew that I was gonna stay below that, but I don't know. I just want to stay below that because I'm like, oh, I got free money, you know? People understand me, I hope. A good water bottle. I wanted to get a stainless steel one, so the water inside is gonna stay cold. And I really wanted an Owala one, but those are not available here, unfortunately. So I got a bottle. I don't know what it is. It's from Amazon. It was 24 euros, I think. I got it in today and it is amazing because I want a straw and just I don't know how to call the other part, but just I want like just a hole so I can like chug it, but also a straw to just sip from it. I want both, so I got that one. My budget was 25, so I stayed pretty close to the budget. A laptop, not necessary. Some microphones. I do not have those right now, so I hope the quality of me talking is okay. I bought some microphones from Shein, though they already got in, but even though they said it was a Type-C adapter, it was not. It was an iOS adapter, so I bought a new one and made sure to click Type-C, so I hope it's gonna arrive and be a Type-C adapter so I can use that on my trip. But I'm probably not gonna use that in my videos here, but I don't think that's gonna be too much of a problem because it's gonna be a lot more quiet here than when I'm on my trip. My budget for that was 10. I think I am gonna be able to stay way below that. Okay, next thing on the list is just some place of storage where you can keep large files. So for example, when I've edited a video and posted it, I can just put that video on there. A hat. I have never had a hat before this. I already bought one. It's okay, it kind of suits me, but I bought 2 other ones with a print on it because I didn't really like the empty look. So that's on my list. My budget for that was 10. Since I bought 3, it's probably gonna go over, but it's also from Shein, that's why a lot of things are cheap. Washing spray. It's kind of like washing your clothes but without water, so it leaves a nice smell, so it feels clean. So I can do that sometimes if I really can't wash my clothes on my trip. Some cutlery. I think that's pretty obvious, but I almost forgot it. Carabiners. I hope I said that correctly. I really hope so. But I just got some small extra ones. I already have some large ones, but I wanted some extra small ones. A raincoat. Oh wait, my budget for that raincoat was 15. Carabiners were 4. Cutlery was 5. Washing spray 10 euros. Then I had an OXO body. I bought one. I got it. It's good. My budget was 3 euros for that. Foldable hairbrush. It's a hairbrush and a comb at the same time. It's really easy. It's perfect. My budget for that was 5. Then some packing cubes, and they can even be made smaller, so perfect. My budget was 15 euros. Then a toilet bag that you can hang. It's perfect for in hostels. I've seen in videos at least. Budget was 10 euros, and then I got me some extra budget for 100 euros for clothing if I wanted to buy that. And since my laptop was on the list, my budget was in total I think 865. But I'm gonna stay a lot below that. But in my opinion, now I have free money, so I can also buy some other things because I did buy some other small things. Also, the last on my list, I did not make a budget for that one, is something to defend myself because I don't have that. But I did buy a pocket knife, and I did buy a small alarm slash flashlight. So it has just a little bit of a flashlight, and it has like a cord, and when you pull it out it has an alarm. At first I wanted to buy like a whole keychain, you know, but most of those things I'm probably not going to use, and because not everything is for self-defense, and this just felt like enough for me. So I have a pocket knife and an alarm, so for me that was enough. So that was my budget. I think that's it. That is everything. Right now, everything that I've bought is on this list. It's 3 things. I know, but I already bought things from Shein, but since not my entire order has been delivered, I'm not gonna write down every single thing I got from Shein with the price. I'm just gonna do Shein and then one price because that's gonna be too much. So right now my Interrail ticket was 620 euros. For me, that's really cheap because last year I went for 10 days and we looked up the prices of some of the trains that we were on, and sometimes one train already was 100 euros. So that budget, if I wouldn't be traveling with Interrail, that would be like 10 times that amount probably. Then a passport for 83 euros and a traveling insurance for 33 euros. And that's a yearly insurance because that's cheaper than just for 60 days. So that's what I already got and really have finished that part. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I've planned right now and some of my ideas. Wait, I want to tell you some of the places that I want to go to. At least some countries, because the places are still up for debate, most of them. I want to start in Germany, Berlin probably, and then I want to go to Slovenia and Austria. I want to go to Croatia, Slovenia, I said it wrong, Slovakia, Austria, Croatia, Slovenia, Italy. I'm probably gonna skip Switzerland just because I don't know, maybe I'm gonna make a day trip out of that one, but I am not that sure. Then, well, Monaco and France, then down to Spain, Portugal, back to Spain probably because the Interrail trains don't really travel that much in the upper region from Spain, so I really have to go down again and then up, and then France, and then England and Scotland. I did want to try Ireland as well, but it was not really possible to go there. Then you would need extra costs for a boat, and I don't really want to do that. So Ireland's gonna come another time. Yeah, the places for a lot of those countries are really up for debate still, so I'm gonna get to all of those in my next video. I think that's my first video. I think it's gonna be pretty long. If you've even gotten to here, thank you. I appreciate it so much. I hope you really liked it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I never thought I was gonna say those words, like and subscribe. That feels just so weird. I don't know if I'm gonna really say that in every video, but I loved talking about this. I love talking just in general, so that's why my videos are probably gonna be pretty long because I am gonna talk a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited for me to go on this trip and watch everything, because I am so excited to film everything with you guys and just make memories and, well, have them online. And I think that's the biggest thing why I wanted to start filming now on my trip, because I just want to keep those memories forever, and I think that's the perfect way to do it instead of just pictures, because I make a lot of pictures as well, but really talking about it and making those videos is just gonna be so much more amazing to look back to. And yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy that too. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. I've been I I have